The moon is in Capricorn and the sun is in Virgo. This is the astrological reading of that alignment for 2025. Moon in Capricorn can make you react and respond in new, also practical, private, and realistic ways about your personal space, your feelings, your emotions, and what you are attracting. Sun in Virgo can make you want to act, express, and see in more mutable and scattered ways about reality, structure, safety, organization, and profit. This alignment is a small earth trine, so there is a gift to feel newer, more nervous, more insecure, or more inspired about new feelings and emotions, new routines and patterns, new attractions, or new goals, and how you and others around you see, act, and are seen in being mutable or scattered about reality, structure, organization, profit, and responsibilities. This alignment brings new opportunities or new fears about business, privacy, and your sense of reality and stability. Also brings a more relaxed or scattered perspective about your new feelings, new emotions, and new attractions in the realm of money, structure, support, and responsibilities. Also, this can generate new beginnings and new ends in general, and more specifically in areas dealing with routines, patterns, limits, boundaries, privacy, safety, and comfort. You might also be able to initiate new feelings of being capable or new emotions of being overwhelmed when it comes to your ability to be mutable or scattered in your routines, work, health, organization, and profit. This alignment can also make you feel more relaxed and comfortable, helping you with potential stress or overthinking. But on the negative side, if you don't have the right purposes or the right focus, you can create new apparent reasons to stress or overthink. Also, you have a gift to create new purposes or new greater goals to revolve your mutable or scattered routines, limits, work, and the organization around. This alignment can also bring new limits and new boundaries or new support systems in your relationships and connections. General, this earth trine can make you feel too serious, well grounded, bountiful, dry, business oriented, focus on profit and efficiency, or in a more balanced way, can help you bring that focus in profit and efficiency to your house or private space to organize and support your places of comfort, places of rest, and inspiration in a more realistic, practical, but also flexible and mutable way. As usual, I took a tarot card for this alignment, so Sun in Virgo, Moon in Capricorn tarot card is the Queen of Cups. This means you have an opportunity to receive emotional support, to receive support in understanding or being aware of the internal realm. And it also means you might be receiving more things than usual, or you might be more open and more vulnerable than usual. And this, in my perspective, comes from the moon in Capricorn, giving us a gift to initiate new ways to receive and attract, new ways to be Virgo like, new ways to be organized, to be mutable, and also new feelings to feel more comfortable, to feel more ready, and to feel more accepting of the mutability and the flexibility that your routines and patterns might need. And the best way to use this energy is with the silver lunar dragon. So this means to focus a bit more on your internal realm, focus a bit more on your wisdom, on your feminine energy of receiving and taking care, be a bit more private, be a bit more sleek, be a bit more strategic, but also be a bit more purposeful and caring with yourself and the things around you and in your personal space of caring or responsibility. Now, let's take a look at how the moon in Capricorn is aligning with the rest of the natal chart and how the sun in Virgo can gift us a more clear, flexible, or scattered perspective. The moon is already 22 degrees, so it means that for the past day and a half and for the next 16 hours, we still be experiencing this new emotional space where we are creating or attracting new emotions and feelings about responsibility, limits, boundaries, and your internal places of profit, rest, and origining or creating stable resources or ideas to create stable or to associate yourself with stable circumstances mentally, emotionally, and externally. So we have the moon in Capricorn, and that's trining Mercury in Virgo. So this is a gift to think, communicate, and analyze in more mutable or scattered ways, also in more logical and cold ways about yours and others, new feelings, new emotions, and new attractions that deal with practicality, stability, limits, boundaries, progress, career, and status. Then we have Venus in Leo in conjuncting the moon in Capricorn. So this is you misunderstanding your new emotions and feelings, or your relationships, your partners, your colleagues, new emotions and feelings about reality, limits, and boundaries, because we are relating and committing in a more fixed, consistent, spiritual, pleasurable, and egotistical way. So the misunderstanding comes from the likeness, the fun, the pleasure, the emotion, or the spark. But in every misunderstanding, there is a common ground. The common ground is image, status, progress. Then we have Mars in Libra squaring the moon in Capricorn, and Mars is exalted in Capricorn. So today we are learning how to feel a bit more exalted and comfortable when it comes to new emotions and feelings about reality, structure, career, business, and profitability, when we are trying to apply or use or communicate our passions, frustrations, aggression, and motivation in a more logical, cold, social, sophisticated, beautiful, or relatable way. So we learn how to feel a bit more personal, a bit more internal, a bit more real, and we're learning how to feel ready to execute, cut, sacrifice, and organize our passion, frustration, and deep desires that can be communicated or thought in new, sophisticated ways. Also, we're feeling just in general, or we're learning how to feel comfortable in expressing our passions, frustrations, and desires in new, logical, and sophisticated ways. Then we have Jupiter in Cancer opposing the Moon in Capricorn. So that means that we might be feeling opposed or balanced by new ways to expand, travel, and obtain wisdom and knowledge about the internal realm, about how we create emotions and feelings, about how we create spaces, care, and connection. So you might feel opposed because you feel the need to be more clear, to be more structured, to have more sureness, to have a clear goal. But the way we are expanding and creating new spiritual wisdom and knowledge is more emotional, more internal, more out there, more spiritual, more faithful. And you can feel balanced because you might feel too dry, you might feel too heavy, too serious, and too connected to reality or responsibility. And Jupiter in Cancer can help you create new feelings and emotions, new wisdom and knowledge, and new ways to travel emotionally and spiritually to help you fulfill yourself, to help you feel a bit more magical, a bit more bountiful, and a bit more connected and purposeful to those realities, responsibilities, limits, and boundaries without drawing you, without making you too logical and numb, and without limiting you too much when you access all possibilities. Then we have Saturn now in Pisces, going back from Aries. So it's 29 degrees Pisces retrograde. So this means we have an opportunity to create new, realistical, structural, and related to status and career feelings and emotions when it comes to us rewinding and re-experiencing or remembering structure, limits, boundaries, networking, and associations that comes from or deals with mutable ways to connect your dreams and illusions, feelings and emotions, creativity, and spirituality. So this is a great opportunity to feel more real, more business-like, or just stronger and clearer in aspects or events where you felt a bit scattered, a bit illogical about reality and structures, or you were able to profit from your creativity and spirituality and you created some value, some money, some structure, networking, or association. Then we have Uranus in Gemini, which is in conjuncting the moon in Capricorn. So this means we might be misunderstanding our new feelings and emotions about reality and structure when it comes to how us, others, and the world is communicating, thinking, and analyzing in more cold, light, and detached ways about change, rebelliousness, opposition, innovation, and uniqueness and individuality in general. And the misunderstanding comes from that change, that communication coming in light or distant ways, so you can't really create care or limits and boundaries or realistic feelings and emotions about those things, or you are, but it just doesn't make sense. Or like you feel like somebody is forcing you to be aware, to react in a more practical way about change, innovation, rebelliousness, or opposition that might seem it comes from very far away or from places that you shouldn't be caring about. But in every conjunction, there is a connection. So the connection comes here from change, from newness, from creating something original or modeling something that was already there into something that might not be original, but its purpose or the way to use it is original. Then you have Neptune in Aries squaring the moon in Capricorn. So we're learning how to feel more realistic, more safe, or more worried about new feelings, new expressions, and new desires being seen for the first time or being created for the first time out of big archetypal, societal, generational curses, gifts, talents, and perspectives in general. And lastly but not least, we have Pluto in Aquarius, fatal attracting the moon in Capricorn. So this means we can way easier feel more comfortable, more limited, more internal, more insecure, or more profitable in new, refreshing, practical, and limiting ways about the new world where you can have a unique, realistic mind and somebody associates their mind with you to build something, an organization, a structure, an idea, and a business that it's progressive, new, unique, and real, or in that new world, you might associate your unique mind or interests to a community that is unique, purposeful, and realistic. So today, we're feeling more connected, we're reacting easier, and feeling in general more comfortable and perhaps a bit insecure because maybe we can't really believe to a future that we can see in front of ourselves right now, because that's a very common trait of Moon in Capricorn. That's everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. Believe in yourself and in all possibilities, and you'll be all right.